Alrighty, today we're going through a baby registry. We're going to talk about what's worth it, what is not worth it. So let's kick it right off. Swing. I don't think a baby swing is worth it. It's $100, and honestly, you're going to use it the first couple months, and then before you know it, they're wiggling and they want out of it. I think it's great to just put your baby on the floor, let them roll around, explore, and move naturally versus sitting in a swing. Now, if you're home all day and you're desperate to put your baby somewhere, it's not a bad option. I'm just saying personally, I don't think it's a need. Also consider a bouncer seat that could be a little bit more affordable. If you want to hear more on my opinions on putting your baby in seats, I can link a video in the description. It goes to my other channel, my mommy channel, where I talk in depth about this. Let's move right along, and we got Tide. I love that this is just a generic laundry detergent. Everyone can use it. It's not Dreft, especially for babies. Everybody should use the same laundry detergent in your home because clothes are going to touch each other in the wash. The wash is going to have the residue in it, and then baby's touching your clothing. So you might as well just all use the same detergent. Okay, let's jump into some bath supplies. So I think this is a body wash and lotion set, up to you what you put on your baby's skin. We got a 6-pack of towels. I love that these towels are kind of overall gender neutral. There's a pink, there's a blue, but in general, they're pretty basic. Now, my problem would be 30 by 30. These are too small. They're going to outgrow them incredibly fast. It says right here, towel for newborn toddlers. Look for more like toddler kid when you're shopping for towels. I would shoot for about 40 by 40 inches. It's better to have an oversized towel than to have a towel that's too small. All right, some washcloths or burp cloths. I think you could use this as either. I would recommend getting a more gender neutral color. I believe they're having a little girl based on what we're seeing here, but you might have a boy next. So consider going more gender neutral. Okay, they look like they're going with this baby bath. This goes in the tub. I believe this is just like a mesh seat or support. Bath time is hard. Good luck no matter what you go with. It's difficult. They're wet, they're slippery, and they're weak. So bath time is a challenge no matter what you go with. All right, we got some bath toys. The thing with bath toys is make sure they don't hold water because they can grow mold. That's the number one thing to watch out for. All right, this looks like a changing pad. We did not use a changing pad. We put a quilt on the guest bed in our baby's room and changed them there. We set their diaper caddy there. It worked great. So you can buy a specific changing pad, but at the end of the day, could a quilt just work? Think about it. So we got some butt paste and some butt paste. I would only go with one brand to start out because you don't know what's going to work best for your baby. Okay, and then they got triple paste, which matches this one, but this is like the travel size. So I would just be a little more minimal on that, at least to start out. Okay, we got some Huggies size 4. They're thinking ahead. Wipes, size 3, size 3, size 3, wipes. Where's the little diapers? Interesting. I respect buying ahead and being prepared, and maybe they think a lot of people are going to get them newborn 1s and 2s, so they're like, hey, get us some 3s and 4s. We'll appreciate them later. Who knows? Okay, some bibs. I love these silicone bibs. I would get gender neutral though if you intend to have more children, just because that's an item that isn't going to go bad. It's going to be used for a very long time. It could very easily be used for subsequent children. So gender neutral. Same with bottles. I would not get pink bottles. I do like that these are tall bottles though. Some people get short ones. I don't understand that because then you're just gonna have to upgrade to the tall ones. So good on that. We got some burp cloths here. Again, I would go more gender neutral. These aren't terrible though. So I could live with those. And then we have another set of burp cloths. I would only get one style. Personally, having 2 separate styles I found very annoying because you're doing laundry all the time and then you have a pile here and a pile here and put them in the dresser, put them here, and I think it's more confusing. I think it's more uniform and organized to only have one. Okay, so this is for cradle cap. I would probably wait to see if your baby gets cradle cap in the first place before investing in this, but totally up to you. We got gas drop relief. It doesn't hurt to have like one of those on hand, but don't get a ton. Again, you don't know if you're gonna need it. Oogie Bear. Basically, this is a nose picker for your baby. I would not pay $17 to have 2 of these little nose pickers. You know what I would use? My fingernail. Your pinky fingernail is like the perfect size to get in there and scoop out a little boogie if you need to. Or I would use like the bulb that I got from the hospital, like suction bulb type thing. But I think $17 is a lot for 2 plastic scooper things. I don't think it's necessary. I think I would definitely skip on that and not want somebody to spend $17 on that item. Not a must-have for me. Okay, humidifier. People go nuts for these. They're on so many baby registries and I can't relate. Maybe it's where we live in our climate. Like maybe if you're in Arizona, you need this. Okay. I don't need one. We don't have any in our house. We don't own one. We seem to be doing just fine without one. So for me, not a must-have. These are saline, like nose sprayer type thing. Again, see if you need it first. Oragel, you're going to need that around the 6-month mark, but doesn't hurt to have. Thermometer, highly recommend getting a thermometer. Okay, here's the grooming kit that I was kind of referencing. So you got the bulb in there. I don't like the grooming kit. I think it's got too many things going on that you're not going to use. I would rather you get what you're going to use specifically and maybe get a better version of it. Okay, we got some little pacifiers, cute. 4 of them for $14. That's not the best deal. I've definitely seen better pricing. So I would maybe look for something a little more affordable. Some Tylenol, again, up to you on medications and things like that. Okay, just like a little blanket. Now, this looks a little girly, but I don't mind as much here because they could grow up and this could be like their special quilt or their special blankie, and you get a new one for your next baby. So I won't hate on that. That's very pretty. It's girly, but it's also not like screaming, unicorns. So that's beautiful, and they could use that for a very long time. Okay, so waterproof fitted crib mattress cover. So this is a mattress protector. I recommend getting 2 of them because baby could be sick, be having blowouts, and having an extra one comes in handy when you're doing laundry. Okay, I believe this is just the crib mattress itself. Obviously, you need that if you're getting a crib. Okay, we got some newborn swaddle sets. I would say it might not be the most practical, but could be really pretty for taking some photos, especially at the hospital. So cute. I don't know if realistically you're going to use them all that much. Sleep sacks and swaddles can get very expensive. So I would recommend going gender neutral because you want to reuse those for children. It can get very expensive. That's actually a really good deal to get 3 of those for $30. I'm actually impressed by that. The wearable blankets, sleep sacks, swaddles, all those kind of things, go gender neutral. Get your grays, your light browns, olive green, even a navy blue, like whatever, but go more gender neutral. Okay, so a laundry hamper. Love that it's not screaming baby with elephants on it and things like that. It's something you could use forever. It could be used for toys in the future. It could continue to be a hamper, of course. It could be blanket storage, stuffed animal storage, whatever you want it to be. I love organizational items like this that aren't baby. And if you're interested in purchasing any, the links will of course be in the description for all these products. Okay, it looks like mama is interested in breastfeeding. So we got the hot cold packs. I didn't have those, but not a bad price if they are something that is beneficial to you. Love these reusable nursing pads. I love that they all match. Sometimes they come in sets where they're like rainbowy, and then you're matching. Who has time for matching? Get them where they all match. Love that. And then some breast milk storage bags. Those are going to come in handy if you pump at all. Those 2 are definitely essentials. The cold hot pack, up to you. I do want to say one must-have item when it comes to breastfeeding would be a nipple butter. Honestly, if you had me in the middle of the woods with a breastfeeding baby and I could have one thing with me, it would be that to save my body from cracks and bleeding and just struggling in that department. So number 1 breastfeeding item for me is that nipple butter. Let's move on from the breastfeeding here. Okay, so car seat. So it looks like they're going with a big one. This one potentially lasts them a very long time. All right, so this car seat, I just did a quick look on it and went into the details, and this works from about 4 pounds to 50 pounds. And just for reference, my almost 5-year-old weighs about 40 pounds. So this can house your child forever, basically. It is one of those that rotates to load them in. It can be rear facing or forward facing, so it is gonna grow with them. And it's also slim. If you have multiple children or intend to have multiple, a slim car seat is a great idea if you plan to go 3 deep at any point. Honestly, it's also not a bad price. Now, I will say, if this is the only car seat they're getting, this is not the type that can go into a restaurant. You know what I mean? Like the bucket seat, as some people call it, where it clips into a base. There's pros and cons to which way you want to go with this, and it can be a tough choice. If you go this route, everywhere you go, you have to have somewhere to put your baby. Grocery shopping, you can't take their car seat in. Restaurant, you can't take the car seat in. You're going to use a wrap carrier probably a lot more because your hands are going to be full holding that baby. Just something for you to think about. All right, and we're moving on to toys. So we got like a little rattle. I mean, it's $3, no big deal. This one is a baby toothbrush, again, under 5. A couple more rattles. I don't normally go for rattles. I would go for toys that can like grow with them a little better. But at the end of the day, you get what you want to get. All right, this is a teether toy. Again, I would just get a regular pacifier rather than this special teether one, but also to each their own. And if it's affordable, not a huge deal. Okay, we're getting to the other miscellaneous. So peri bottles, these are for postpartum recovery for mom. If you only have one level to your home, I would not get additional ones. You will get one from the hospital. And so my home has 2 bathrooms, but I only used one during my postpartum care. and I did everything in that bathroom and I had it stocked and ready to go. If you live in a multi-level home, you may want a restroom prepared for you on the upper level and the main level. It depends on your home and your lifestyle, but basically think about which bathrooms you're going to be using postpartum when you're caring for your baby and when you're at home. Okay, we've got some plastic outlet covers, safety. Not going to critique on that. And then we've got some of these like contrast black and whites and a little bit of red for newborn baby. I didn't get any of those for my kiddo. I just stuck like board books around them and felt like we could read the books as they grew up versus these aren't actually books that you could read as they grow up. You can of course talk about the pictures. Yeah, not something I got, but if you want it, absolutely go for it. Alrighty, and we are done with this baby registry. Now, I just want to point out some must-haves that I didn't see on here. An actual crib. We, I believe, hit the crib mattress, but no crib. To me, that's a must-have. A stroller. I didn't see any form of a stroller. And then there was that one car seat, but are you just getting one car seat? Are you going to have two? Do you have multiple parents? Do you want one with the bucket seat? Maybe a little more in the car seat department. And then clothing. I don't think there was a single piece of actual clothing. There was sleep items like swaddles and, wearable blankets, sleep sack type things, but no clothing. Don't be afraid to put clothing on your registry. I know some people might say, you're going to get a ton, don't register for any. But when you register for some, it gives people a direction or a style or something to kind of look for. So I'm all for putting clothing on the baby registry. I don't see anything wrong with it, especially newborn sleepers. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Now, I don't want you to forget any important must-haves like this baby registry may have. So come back, watch another video, and I will help you make the best baby registry possible.